right, here's something really cool. So what is this? Look at this really strange looking animal. And you see the eyes are incredibly small. It's got like a flat nose. It's a really interesting animal. So this spends a huge amount of time under the forest floor material, leaf litter. So it's essentially, it's like a fossorial, very, very cryptic animal that many people never see. And yet alone, it doesn't look like normal. It's so cool. So this would appear piebald. And it actually has red eyes too, so it's really, really strange. So we don't fully, at least I don't fully understand the genetics of this. This is a large, mature female, and she's wonderful. Very, very sweet. I've bred these before, and the babies came out with little rings around their neck. So what this is, depending on what I do in my video, this is a Sunbeam snake. So very underappreciated, but I appreciate them. These succeed by keeping a deep layer of material in their cage because they're going to spend a lot of time underground. And I find cocoa to be, like the cocoa block, to be ideal because it doesn't pack down. They get all the security that they need, and it holds humidity. They do appreciate humidity. This is a very, very sleek animal that you don't want to desiccate, so you don't want to dry it out. And she's a doll. I really do try to make friends with a lot of my snakes. It's just, as I admire them, I tend to pet them. And if you look at this little guy's brain, she's the tongue is flicking endlessly. And that means that she's essentially excited, but she's not like, she's not hiding her head a lot. And that's just due to my interactions with her. And I guess maybe favoring her too. I have some other ones that I don't necessarily interact with as much. I just kind of leave them alone because ultimately I want to breed these. I'd like to replicate the genetics of this one. So I believe that this would be piebald, or at the very least some kind of, I guess, calico. So right now she actually has follicles in her. So let's look at the setup. So the setup is very, very simple. I have a hot spot back here, and the hot spot, I'm going up to about 92, 94 degrees. Very, very deep layer of material. So this is excellent, and she'll just vanish. And then I'll put bits of bark up on top, and I always want to make sure they appreciate clean water. That's a fact. So let's go look. Oh, look, I was almost going to look at you. What about you? Are you going to make a cameo? So, well, here's a mangrove snake. This is multi-cincta. And this is a interesting snake because this snake, for a long time, I just open up their cage, and her male just start lunging and biting. So even with my camera that's doing things, I still have created this friendship with her. Hi, baby. So very, very cool. So I'm just trying to show a few species of snakes that are not really well known or appreciated. And it's funny, you look through the camera and you're not registering, like, oh, you're gonna bite me. So I'm not worried about it at all. So it's a very thoughtful snake. If I just kind of give her a chance to think, she'll definitely think. Really cool, but look how pretty that is. Just many, many beautiful yellow bands. So back to the Sunbeam. So the Sunbeam snake, here we go. Room temperature, 82, 84. So this is a tropical Asian species. Often, I think, for the ones that are imported, a lot of times they come in poor shape. They are heavily parasitized. I've noticed that they have really some serious nematodes in them and tapeworms. And I think as babies, they'll eat a lot of amphibians and lizards. And that is a good intermediary stage for all sorts of parasites. So if I take you out, this little guy is an albino. So look at that. Those little red eyes. This is a little male. And he's, I believe that he's mature. So I am trying to repeat these genetics, and clearly with albinism, it's a recessive gene. So when I breed this to a normal, the babies would, look normal because the wild type is dominant to the recessive albinism. So albinism is lack of melanin. Really, really cool species though. And I'm trying to now, I've kind of made some promises to myself that I want to start exploring other species that I don't have a good handle on, and I want to investigate, how can I better enjoy some of these interesting animals. I want to breed them. I want to keep them, and I marvel at them. And hopefully, as I learn some of the ins and outs, I can figure it out better. So I've bred sunbeams in the past, actually one time, and I found the babies were super cute. Oh shade. So look at this. It's like a subterranean. Come here. Look, I'm having a fight. So there we go. Sunbeam. Look at that. Oh, isn't that nice? This one. Oof, hold on. So remember, guys, I only got one hand using. Look at that. And that's why they call it Sunbeam snake. All right, let's see. Okay, so unlike the other one, I don't really have much of a relationship with her. So I just visit with her, I feed her, and whatever. But look at that. That is just glorious. So basic sunbeam care is, I really suggest the cocoa block with a heating pad. And I do put humidity into the cage. So, 60% humidity or maybe even a bit more is good, but with ventilation. But look at that. Isn't that just glorious? So if I take this into a nut, so look how shiny that is. That's even shinier than a ball-lens python. But what a cool species. Remember, this is a bubblegum video. You never have to worry about being bitten by sunbeam snake, I'd say. Very, very sweet. And what I've noticed, they can be spastic in the beginning, but then once you interact with them, and they kind of start to understand you, they settle down. Look at that. Look at those little eyes. Such a cool species. I would suggest if you are dealing with wild-caught sunbeam snakes, they are heavily parasitized. So I do have a video on treatment. I would say valbendazole would be an excellent wormer that will cover flukes, tapeworms, and all sorts of different asperids, nematodes, and whatnot. But what a cool species. I think we need to start seeing these captive bred, and that is one of my hopes. So this one has these little white areas on her. I don't know really what they are. But look at that. Isn't that cool? And you are posing so lovely. But I figured I'd just put a little spotlight on a species that people don't seem to know much about. And I find to be very, very interesting. And I have plenty more weird snakes. I'll show them off. So as always, please tell me what you're thinking. Do you enjoy these nonsense videos? I know a lot of you do, but is that only 10 of you? All right, everyone, I really appreciate your interest. And as my channel painfully grows, I mean slow, please, if you're not subscribed, please like and subscribe. I'll pay you money. Just help me out. Look at that. Look at that. I'm giving you a finger. You're number one, guys. All right, say goodbye.